Okay, so this video we're going to talk about some primitive types and how we can use them as variables. So let's start with this list right here. String is just a string of characters or text. Byte is a number between -128 and 127. So actually byte, short, int, and long, these are all whole numbers. The only difference is their range. So byte is the smallest. Short holds between -32,768 and 32,767. Int is bigger than that, and then long is even bigger than int. And then float and double are also number variables, but they can hold decimals. So the only difference between these two is that double is just a float, but with more precision. So it's a little more accurate when you use it in, say, mathematical equations. And then characters they're just a single character, so it could hold like a space or one letter or like a symbol. And Boolean is a binary value that evaluates to either true or false, and they can actually also be evaluated to ints. 0 would be false, and any number other than 0 would be considered true, but most people would use 0 or 1. Okay, alright, and then here are some examples of how to use some of these. I'm not going to do all of them because they're, like, declaring them is exactly the same for all of them pretty much. So here's how you declare a string. So you would say the data type and then the name of the variable that you want to use. So I'm using word here, and then equals, and for strings you have to use double quotations and then whatever you want in the string. So I did hello world, and then I'm printing it out. So actually let's go ahead and run this right now so we can see all of the output. Alright, so here's hello world. So yeah, you can go ahead and replace in the parentheses for print line the variable, and it'll print out the whole string. And that's the same for all these other variable types as well. So byte b equals 6, and when we print out b we get 6. Oops, did not mean to do that. Alright, and then short s equals 10. We print s and we get 10. So same throughout, and then doubles get decimals, so you can do 13.6. You wouldn't be able to do this for a short or a byte or an int or a long, but you could do this for a double and a float. So we print that out, we get this. Alright, and then we have character, char h equals, and the difference between character and string is, well, obviously character only holds a single character, but also when you declare it, you have to use single quotes and not double quotes, like this. So you print that out, you get h. Okay, and then Boolean I equals true. So you can assign this to either true or false. I assigned it to true, and when you print it out, it just tells you true or false. Alright, so there are some variable naming rules in Java, like with any language, and the rules are that the variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters, underscores, and $signs. So you can't have a character name, you can't have a variable name like this, the asterisk 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 t or something. This wouldn't work because you can't have any symbols other than $signs and underscores. Okay, and then it has to start with a letter, $sign, or an underscore, and then it cannot contain spaces because that would be a syntactical error. Like, you know, you can't have a string first word. They would have to be one whole non-stop word like this. Put an underscore here if you wanted. You could put an underscore here if you wanted, or you can start with a $sign. This works, but can't use spaces and no other symbols. Alright. And then, so that's it for this video. Next video we'll talk about some basic operators and methods for math.